Story time. I did an agility test for law enforcement, right? There's like 50 people there waiting to do the course, and the instructor there was like, all your names are put in random order. We're gonna call you up so you can do the course individually. And I'm like, God damn it, I'm gonna wait for 50 fucking people before I go. The instructor looked at his board and was like, first person, Taylor Kornoely. And I was like... But anyways, I was running through the course, and by the time I got to the dummy drag, when I tried to lift the dummy up, my fingernail fucking bent. Oh, that shit hurt so goddamn bad. But anyways, I finished the test. I went to go pick up my bag near the group of people there, and one of the fuckers, he was pretty big, was like, so you had trouble picking up that dummy? And I was like, yeah, I hurt my finger, and I didn't even realize that I was flipping him off. And everyone around me was like, and I just played it off like, good luck, big chungus. So one time I was hanging out with this girl, right? And I was like, what do you do for a living? And she goes, I'm a stripper. So her and I were just flirting and hanging out and whatnot. And she just comes out saying, oh, by the way, I have a boyfriend. And I'm like, fuck. And she just starts talking about him like, yeah, he's such a sweetheart and he sleeps with me every night. And I'm just giving this smile like, agreeing with it. But inside my head, I'm thinking, he sounds like a fucking bitch. She invites me back to her place and I'm like, wouldn't your boyfriend have a problem with that? And she's like, no, he wouldn't. He'll be fine with it. And I'm like, okay. So we go to her place and we go through the front door and there's this bulldog that just comes at me like, I'm freaking out. And she's like, don't worry, this is my dog. By the way, he's also my boyfriend. And I look at her and I look at the dog like, what the fuck? Story time. So yesterday I went kayaking on a river with a bunch of buddies of mine, right? I had my shirt off, we were drinking beer. By the way, do you know what it's called when a fat white boy goes face to face against the sun? Crispy. But anyways, I was floating down the river and one of my sergeants gets out of his kayak and comes to me. And he's treading in the water trying to get to me and I look at him and he looks at me like, oh, you're gonna get it. And I look at him like, you better back the fuck up. So he pushes me out of my kayak into the water and I did not save the beer. Oh, I come out of the water like I'm Jack Human from the Wolverine and I look at him like, your dick is mine. I chuck the fucking beer at him, deck him in the face, and he starts running. I tackle him and then he gets up. We hug it out and we drink. Motherfucking story time. So there I am, just sitting there with Amber, and she's complaining about her lanyard being all fucked up. Usually I pay attention to people's problems, but this was nothing to concern about, so I was just ignoring it. Until Amber just went ballistic for 5 seconds like, there's a circle and... Why is this is missing it? What the fuck?
My favorite joke. What do Confederate soldiers eat their foods off of? Civilware.
Story time! So, I'm working at a job now in the mornings that require me to watch kids, right? And my first day, this girl comes up to me and she's like, meow. And I'm like, aw, that's adorable. And then she just runs off. And then the next day, she comes up to me again and goes, meow. And I say meow back. And then she runs off again. This morning, she comes up to me. I didn't know that she was supposed to initiate the meow first, but I said it first. I went, meow, and she goes, ah, 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 and I'm like, what the fuck? Story time. So I was at work the other day, and I got in this big semi-truck in the back, right? There was this spider that jumped up on the back of my neck. And I was like, I didn't even know what it was. I was like, hey, buddy. I was like talking to my coworker. Hey, what's on my back? And she goes, I'll get it. And I'm like, wait, what? And she goes, and it fucking exploded baby spiders all over my body. Ah! Story time! So I come home from work and I'm really tired and I don't want to socialize at all, but when I go through my door, I see my grandma and she gives me this look like she's about to talk to me, and I give her a look back like, don't. And she goes, hey Taylor, and I'm like, what the fuck you want? Hop off my dick, grandma. And she's like, I baked you some cookies. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. Actually, I would like to take the chocolate chip. I don't talk to my grandma this way that often, but I thought they were raisin, but they're actually chocolate chips, so I grabbed it and I was like, so as I'm massacring these cookies, my grandma's like, hey, what happened to your truck? And I'm like, what? And I look outside and I'm like, what the fuck? Somebody hit my fucking truck. That's a hit and run. Somebody just hit my truck, looked at it like, and drove off. I promise you, Linda, when I find your bitch ass, I'm gonna fuck you up. Story fucking time! Do you guys remember that story time I made when I was in class and I leaned back to yawn like, and this bitch had a fucking piece of paper and slam dunked it in my fucking mouth? Well, that same bitch, the next... What the fuck? Why is it every fucking time I'm making a video, some goddamn thing's in my fucking mouth? Bitch, I'm on a fucking diet. I didn't eat anything today. What the fuck? Anyways, you know how when you're standing and you lock your leg and you're just chilling and somebody comes from you... Oh my god, you guys are probably judging me. No, Linda, I'm fine. I just go off tangent sometimes and... What the You know what? Fuck it! Fuck this story time! I just hope that bitch deep throats a fucking banana and it breaks off! Fuck it!
I was in the middle of making a story time for you guys, but something just fucking happened. I'm about to tell you what it is. Before I do, I just want to say that I am a national championship heavyweight wrestler in college. I am pretty big. I'm not trying to boast. It just plays along with the story. Now, I'm at a gas station. Car behind me, a bunch of people come out, go in, come out. Last person in the group is this fat bitch. Sorry, but she comes up, slams on my window like, wake up! I'm in the middle of making a video. Bitch, do I look asleep? I open my door and I'm like, excuse me? And she's like, I said wake up. Oh, now you're all fucking innocent. So I get out of my truck and the boyfriend's like, yo bro, get in your car. And the girl like realized like how big I was. She was like, get in the car, Steve. But the best part is that one of the people in that group realized I was Mr. Storytime from TikTok. I was like, oh, tell them to look up my next video. So Steve, your girlfriend is a bad fucking llama.
Story time. What do you do when you feel like you deserve something? You treat yourself, fool. And that's what I did today because I felt like I deserved Taco Bell. So I ordered 2 quesadillas and 2 soft-shell tacos, right? Yeah, I know, I'm fat. So I destroyed this Taco Bell food, right? Like, and when I was feeling those taco shits coming, I went to go use the bathroom and my grandfather was already in there. Like he needed to go at the same fucking time as I did. So I knock on the door and I'm like, hey, how long are you gonna be in there? And he's like, I just got in here. And I'm like, fuck. And the only other bathroom was downstairs. So I start running downstairs and I shit down my fucking leg. Like, it was just like watery diarrhea. And we don't have toilet paper.